Rovers' present players were not even born when the club's best results were being achieved back in the 1950s. That was to finish in 6th place in Division 2 and to reach the 6th round of the FA Cup. But the present team, working so hard, is becoming so successful again, the club is proving there is life after Eastville. And they're getting out the old theme song again. So the players are off to Surrey today, where a new supporter owns a record-making studio. Yes, Rovers are remaking Good Night, Irene.
Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams.
Well, here we are, a couple of hours later and 150 miles down in rural Surrey at the lovely home of record producer Dave Mackay, who's going to produce this record, Good Night, Irene, the update of it for the Rovers, because he's loved them. Okay, Dave, what's behind the idea?
Well, from going to Bristol Rovers games and hearing all the crowd singing Irene Good Night on the terraces, we decided it would be great to make a record with the team. Because it's quite fantastic. Once they start to sing during the game, everybody gets into it.
What's going to happen with the discs when you made them, tapes?
Well, the idea was to just make it available to the fans. We're not doing it as a record. We're just going to do it and give it to the club, and hopefully the club will then sell it to those who want to buy it at whatever it costs us to make it, which will be obviously subsidised.
Are they going to go up this season?
Oh, I sincerely hope so. This should ensure it, shouldn't it?
Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in the town. Sometimes I have a great notion to jump in the river and drown. Irene, good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams.
Vale came desperately close to a dream start, but Ron Futcher steered Simon Mills past wide of the far post. But it was Rovers who took the lead after half an hour. The Vale defence was caught out, and Gary Penrice took advantage. In the second half, Futcher could consider himself lucky to stay on the field. An apparent headbutt here on Ian Alexander left the fullback requiring treatment, even though Futcher protested his innocence. He escaped with a booking. Rovers fans, though, might have wished the referee had been a little sterner, because it was Futcher who paved the way for Robbie Earle's equaliser. That goal earned Vale a valuable draw and leaves them now as firm favourites to confirm promotion.
Enjoyed, Port Vale could and perhaps should be taking the lead into tomorrow's playoff, but level at half-time isn't a bad platform to build on. Bristol, though, do have an excellent away record and the talent for the spectacular. But just as Port Vale's win in the last round against Preston was remembered for crowd disturbances, so too this episode clearly overshadowed Wednesday's draw. Defender Alexander was looking for an Oscar, clearly too Futcher was wrong, but quite how the referee chose to book him a mystery, and also why he lectured Alexander. It was absolute out and out match, wasn't it? I think that's not very difficult to see from my arms. I thought the ball was very, very lucky. I mean, there was a booking for it, we didn't see it. You know, a bit disappointed with that decision because people shouldn't be able to get away with that. Futcher stayed on to create a splendid opening for Robbie Earle and set up tomorrow's second leg perfectly. Yeah, there's still 90 minutes to play, and we're not going to count our chickens until we actually get in front and win that game, which is going to be a vital game for both of us. Obviously, going back to Vale Park, it's important for us, but it's still going to be a very, very difficult game for us. A draw in the first game, which was on Bristol Rovers ground at Bath, and now the action moves off to the Midlands. Our reporter there is Phil Metham.
Whoever had won at Vale Park would have had something extra special to celebrate. Port Vale hadn't been in the second division for 32 years. Rovers were on the verge of achieving promotion with a team that cost just £10,000. And it seemed to be a case of absence making the heart grow fonder, because it was Vale who tore into Rovers from the start. They might have had the lead after 30 seconds, but England under-21 keeper Nigel Martin saved from Robbie Earle. Rovers were looking anything but promotion material. Clearly the jitters had set in. Darren Beckford almost took advantage, but again the presence of Martin proved decisive. The keeper made another fine save, holding a well-struck effort from Dean Glover. Rovers may now find it difficult holding on to him. In fact, he kept Vale at bay for 52 minutes before a set-piece corner allowed Robbie Earle his 4th goal in as many games against Rovers this season. For the Vale supporters, the wait may have been tense, but in the end was definitely well worth it. They hadn't been in the second division since 1957, and many of those who celebrated now wouldn't have remembered that. The full-time scenes told their own story. When manager John Rudge joined Vale nearly 10 years ago, they were bottom of the 4th division. Now his team are quickly gaining a reputation.
So Port Vale it is then, who go up with Wolves, who finish as champions, and Sheffield United already.
This is the reception by the faithful on the Rovers' return Grand Tour, when the bus turned into Kingswood High Street. And for the players, it was a big reward for their efforts during a gruelling 10-month-long season that so very nearly ended in glory and promotion. There was warm applause for manager Jerry Francis as he boarded the bus at Cadbury's in Keynsham. The manager was putting on a brave face, despite the disappointment of missing out on a ticket to the second division. People chose any vantage point to cheer on the players through North and East Bristol. Some people lined the road from their homes and gardens, all keen to show their appreciation of the Rovers. And some simply blocked the road when the HTV bus appeared, cheering on the club and singing their praises. It was all good-humoured stuff, though, and many fans had no doubts about Jerry Francis's future.
We're proud of them, and Jerry Francis got to stay. Jerry Francis, glory! Jerry Francis, glory! Jerry Francis, glory!
The tour came to this grand climax in Kingswood, and it makes you wonder just what would have happened if Rovers had actually been promoted.
Congested finale to the season looked to be faltering at Tranmere on Monday. Ian Muir's 10th-minute goal, his 23rd of the season, still divided the teams with less than half an hour remaining. But credit Bristol Rovers for a valiant comeback. First, the equaliser from defender Jeff Twentyman. His deflected shot spinning past Tranmere goalkeeper Eric Nixon. 1 point would have satisfied Jerry Francis. 5 minutes from the end came the bonus of an extra 2. Dave Higgins' tackle on Carl Saunders was ruled by referee David Allison to be inside the box. Ian Holloway's winner lifted his side 6 points clear of Tranmere as Bristol Rovers stretched their unbeaten run to 23. The circumstances in which Bristol Rovers have had to mount their promotion challenge have made their outstanding season all the more commendable. Rovers, of course, don't have a ground of their own at the moment. Home matches are played at neighbouring Bath. Until Rovers move to a new stadium, they're having to share Twerton Park with the non-leaguers of Bath City. As for Rovers' weekday headquarters, you'll find that outside of Bristol too, at a chocolate factory a few miles away in Keynsham. Jerry Francis and his staff conduct their daily business from a group of porter cabins, which on wetter days have not only been flooded out, but even in one case found floating 60 yards away. No normal telephone lines available here, so the old Vodafone comes in handy too.
Well, I think lots of things are said in football about miracles and major achievements and that, but I think given all that's happened here since I've been here, this is my 3rd season, and the circumstances that the club found itself in when I came, the achievement by the club and the players has been, well, absolutely magnificent. And I mean, basically, up until we sold Gary Penrice and Nigel Martin a few months ago, the whole team cost £10,000.
As well as having to sell their best 2 players, Rovers then have also had to contend with the various problems in running a football team from porter cabins rather than their own ground. Some of the difficulties on match days are quite bizarre.
I take away soap we've not used, toilet rolls we've not used. The important thing for injuries is obviously the ice box, and you're going to laugh when I tell you that I do have to collect the ice from a hotel on my way over to Bath, and I do pick that up at the Crest Hotel at Hambrook, Bristol, which is 12 miles away. Now, as you know, the ice is very important for injuries, and we do bag this ice both for use for the players for injuries, and we also use it in the bar upstairs.
I'm not drinking in there again, thank you. But Rovers' unorthodox existence clearly hadn't dampened their spirits before the next encounter, Thursday's match against another of their promotion rivals, Notts County, at Meadow Lane. Not Rovers' night this time, though. Notts County, in front of a 10,000 crowd, simply outplayed them, Dean Thomas laying on the opening goal for Phil Turner after a quarter of an hour. On 65 minutes, a second goal for County. Kevin Bartlett's excellent run providing Tommy Johnson, County's leading goalscorer, with a simple chance. With 10 minutes left, fresh hope for Rovers. After Devon White's persistence, David Mayhew, such a consistent goalscorer this season, makes it 2-1. But Notts County, no argument, were the better side on the night. An emphatic win completed when County earned a penalty 5 minutes from time for the foul on Bartlett. Johnson's successful kick was his 16th goal of the season. County now only 2 points behind, but Bristol Rovers remain masters of their own destiny.
We are second at the moment, aren't we? If we win all 3 games, no one can stop you. I mean, that's the position to be in, really. It's in your hands. If we were hoping, I mean, Notts County got to hope we make a mistake. Tranmere got to hope we make a mistake, or Bristol City make a mistake. I mean, if Bristol City don't win on Saturday, and they don't win against us on Wednesday, which are 2 tough games for them, Bolton and ourselves, you know, they're still wanting the points, aren't they? So it's still a 4-horse race at the moment.
Oh, that is incredible to think that he's running a football club from porter cabins.
3 porter cabins.
A ground miles away from where they live.
Bath
you know,
City's about 12 miles away, yeah. And it's great, isn't it, the old kit manager collecting up the soap and the towels. And it's nice to know that he's collecting up the used toilet rolls as well.
Yes.
That's a very nice thought,
I'll tell you what about Jerry. I mean, when we talk about managers of the year, you know, the millionaire lads at the top of the first division, you know, are vying for it, but people like him really should be in contention for it, shouldn't
Wouldn't disagree with you there, Saint.
Welcome to West Country Soccer Special here at Twentyman Park. Twentyman beaten to the air by Newman. That's Holloway working away as busy ever as in midfield. This is Mayhew. Smith comes close, so Holloway again available. That's for Rees. Sinclair does well, chance here. And Andy Rees has knocked it wide. Well, there was a good chance. Good composure. Lovely ball for Mayhew. Mayhew inside for White. Newman did well, but Mayhew again. Devon White again. Chance. Goal! Devon White for Rovers. 25 minutes gone. Bristol Rovers 1, Bristol City 0. Devon White's 12th goal of the season. Well, you see Saunders' good work there, puts Mayhew away, comes back to Mayhew, the cross comes in, the long leg of Devon White gains the ascendancy for Rovers. So as Bristol City kick off for the second half, a tremendous atmosphere building up here amongst the Rovers supporters. They know that if their team keeps this lead and maintains its present ascendancy in this match, Bristol Rovers are promoted and would be champions if they won at Blackpool on Saturday. John Bailey. Alexander. There's the cross. Chance for Saunders. Good goal kicking. Saunders is hurt. And as the cross comes in, Red is there. Brian Parkin, though, says anything that Nigel Martin can do when I was at Palace, I can do too. Devon White cashing in on Humphrey's mistake. Now Saunders taking on Newman. He's round in. Chance for White. Goal! Devon White. 2-0. And the Rovers faithful go wild with delight. Ben Saunders getting away from Newman. It's a fine piece of football here. And he lays it back, and big Devon White knocks it home as if it was a five-a-side on a Monday afternoon. 2 goals to Devon White, 2 goals to Rovers. They're looking search for promotion now and probably the championship. Alexander's throw. White. Alexander. Sinclair comes, loses. Chance here for Purnell. Oh! Yes! Mayhew! So Alexander's cross finds Sinclair gambling and he loses the ball. City in trouble as Purnell aims for the empty net. Llewellyn's got no choice but to keep it out, and he does so with his hand. Handball equals a penalty. Doctor's been sent for as the match is an hour old with the Rovers 2 up, and John Bailey now going off to the sidelines. We shall see if City will decide to bring on one of their substitutes or not. And the game resumes with a penalty kick for Bristol Rovers. It was given for the handball by Andy Llewellyn on the line. The save on the line by Andy Llewellyn was a handball. Penalty kick to Bristol Rovers. Ian Holloway to take it. City are surely dead and buried now. Rovers 3-0, 15 minutes into the second half. They're promoted, it would seem, and they're looking like becoming third division champions. Ice cool Ian Holloway. Morgan to Smith. Up goes Turner. And Twainterman boots it clear. There's Joe Jordan going across to the troubled area. Maybe the City manager's decided his City supporters who can't take their medicine, is he going over to ask them to behave as the game resumes. Phil Purnell on the ball for Rovers. Devon White up, chance for Saunders. Oh, fine save by Sinclair. Good football, very nearly 4-0. Purnell comes in there, and you see how Saunders once again gets into position with big Devon White doing the spade work. There's the chance. Good shot, fine save by Sinclair. Purnell away again. Was he fouled by Gavin? So, Vaughan Jones' free kick. Gavin. Morgan to Gavin. That's a good ball for Smith to chase. Oh, well headed by the goalkeeper, but he's out of his line. Rennie! Oh! And Ian Alexander clears it. Wonderful covering by the Rovers fullback. You see that the goalkeeper's rash exit there from his territory gives Rennie a chance. And
man, there it is, Saunders. Oh my word, what a save from that man, St. Clair. Holloway again, he takes it down brilliantly. Mayhew, as he freed Holloway again. Devon White's in there. Devon White still got it. Mayhew signalling. It's all over. Rovers are in the second division. They have made it after an absence of 9 years. The fans are on the pitch, and Dave Rogers, Division 2, welcomes everybody concerned with Bristol Rovers Football Club. We're there. Congratulations.
Well, the last time Rovers were in Division 2, I was still at school and AIDS was still diet sweets. Life's changed a little bit since 1981. The Bristol Rovers have been through all kinds of tribulations. They've moved ground, they've had numerous managers, they've been on the brink of bankruptcy, but they've come back in full force, and this promotion triumph is dedicated to all the cynics who wrote Bristol Rovers off when they were forced to move from Eastfield and come here to Twerton to build a new era. They've come and they've flourished, and here tonight they've guaranteed second division football and perhaps the championship. Brilliant moments, Andy.
Rovers the victors here at Twerton tonight by 3-0. Friends all around me, the stand, the fans are on the pitch. And time now, Dougie Hillard, a great moment in the history of Rovers. We've enjoyed every minute of it, and we're in Division 2.
Yes, I agree with you entirely. This has been a great night, and I think the public of Bristol should be very, very proud of the Bristol Rovers Football Club. And I reckon now that they should have them back in the town. They've done everything that's been asked of them, and they should be back in Bristol where they rightly belong.
Again looking to Devon White. White shoots! It's a goal! Bristol Rovers are 1-0 up here at Twerton Park. The cross came in from David Mayhew. It was wide on the right hand side. And the whistle goes. Bristol Rovers are promoted. The final score here at Twerton Park. Bristol Rovers 3, Bristol City 0. Hundreds of Bristol
best day I've ever had in football as far as, in my short career, hopefully, things will get even better, but it's just, it's just great. We've got Wembley to look forward to as well.
We're the famous Bristol Rovers, and we're going to Wembley.
this is a dangerous position, and that's in. That's a goal for Bristol Rovers. I think it's Andy Rees that's put Bristol Rovers in front. The goal scorer, David Mayhew, his 21st league goal of the season, coming after 24 minutes here at Bloomfield Road. Needlessly conceded free kick, floated over, and Rees with another glancing header beats George Wood at the near post to put Rovers in the driving seat. He's almost free, running on goal with Gant making the run in, and that's a goal. What a fine finish from Phil Purnell to put Bristol Rovers 2 goals in front here at Bloomfield Road. Beautiful pass out of defence, and Rovers, well, they always looked as though they would go further in front once the first goal came, but that really was a class finish. George Wood completely exposed, touching the ball past George Wood, and it's Blackpool 0, Bristol Rovers 2, and surely the championship is Bristol Rovers now for this season. I've only missed 5 matches this year, so I think I deserve some kind of medal. Well, I do accept cheques or post loaders, and all sympathy cards can be addressed to Blackpool Football Club. Suffice now to say then that the final score of this match, he says with a few seconds remaining, is that it's Blackpool 0, Bristol Rovers 2. The goal scorers after I think 26 minutes, David Mayhew, number 5, and number 11, David Mayhew. His striking partner, Phil Purnell, number 11, after 42 minutes. Don't ask me who scored that goal. 3rd goal from somebody. Oh, we'll have to abandon the match here. So, who scored, mate? Well, the goal scorer on this occasion was number 14, Paul Nixon. But I don't think it matters really. Look at this. This is what it's going to be like at the final whistle.
The spectators, please make your way back to the east paddock, thank you.
Well, trust me to put my foot in it.
Well, the goal scorer for Bristol Rovers was number 14, Paul Nixon.
All spectators, please clear the touchlines.
There's the final whistle, it's all over, and here we are. Pitch invasion, let's hope it's a good one. Congratulations to Bristol.
When it came to Bristol Rovers' turn, the crowds were really out in force. Rovers beat Blackpool 3-0 on Saturday to secure the Division 3 championship. The bus paid a sentimental journey to Rovers' old Bristol home at Eastville, now the site of a large supermarket. All this and the finals of the Leyland Daft Trophy at Wembley still to come. Manager Jerry Francis was enjoying every minute.
The other big sporting with their families, some who won't even remember the great day. Even frustrated drivers tolerated the Rovers cavalcade. Hundreds lined the streets to cheer the men who took the 3rd Division title. But that was nothing compared to the welcome at Eastville, their famous old home. All this and still a cup final to come for the club with no ground of its own.
We're on our way to Wembley and we shall not give it. We're on our way to Wembley and we shall not give it. Just like a treat.
Bristol Rovers thought it would be the icing on the cake of the 3rd Division Championship. The blue and white tide of Bristol Rovers fans had swept up from the west to the shrine of football. All were certain it would be victory, completing a league and cup double.
Oh, wait, there's only one team up here, and they're Rovers. Oh, is there anybody else here?
Rovers' former goalkeeper was back at Wembley after 2 cup final appearances in just 6 days.
Yeah, it's a great day. It's a great feeling walking out with the crowd and everything cheering. It's brilliant, and I think the Rovers lads will enjoy it today.
Bristol Rovers fans easily outnumbered the Tranmere Rovers fans, who also, rather confusingly, sported blue. But it was Bristol Rovers who almost took the lead. Carl Saunders' shot just saved, then scooped off the line. The start of a good game for Tranmere keeper Eric Nixon. But 5 minutes later, Tranmere took the lead with a superb goal from the flying Ian Muir. Bristol Rovers could have levelled it after a quarter of an hour, but David Mayhew's shot goes just over the bar. Jerry Francis gave his men one of his famous half-time talks, and after 6 minutes, Devon White equalised. The ball comes back off number 5, Mark Hughes, and Devon White's shot goes in off the bar. Rovers created many more chances. Carl Saunders was through. Rovers claimed he was brought down by the keeper, but appeals for a penalty or at least a free kick were rejected. Then 10 minutes later, Saunders, with a beautiful display of control, gets in his shot, only to see it come off the post. Then, with 19 minutes of the match remaining, Ian Muir, the club's top scorer, sets up the winning goal. Jim Steele with the header. Rovers defender Jeff Twentyman claims he was pushed, another refereeing decision they were unhappy about. So Tranmere Rovers had the Wembley glory, Bristol Rovers bitter, not that they had lost, but they felt they had been cheated.
Jim Steele blatantly pushed me in the back, and I said to him afterwards, was that 1 hand or 2, Jim? And he said, yeah, it was 2, but fair play, he got away with it. I thought the referee should have seen what happened, but you know, you have to live with decisions. But, you know, it's been a marvellous occasion. I mean, those people out there are a credit to football. Tranmere fans singing champions. This day will live with me till the day I die, and it's fantastic, really.